Hello students, let us today look at an introduction to fractions. Which are the fractions that we will look at in this video? In this video, we will look at the fractions like half, quarter, 1/3, 1/6, 1/8, and then we will look at how to write a fraction. What are numerator and denominator? So let us begin. What do we mean by half? Suppose I have one full triangle like this. Or let's say I have a square. If I cut the triangle and square in two equal parts like this. So triangle cut in two equal parts. Square cut in two equal parts. Then each part of triangle or each part of a square is called as 1/2 because one part out of two parts, and it is read as half. So students, 1/2 or 1/2 is read as 1/2. Clear students? Great. What do you mean by a quarter? Now, if I have a complete circle or a complete square and I divide them in four equal parts each. So circle and square in four parts each. Out of these four parts, I select one single part. Then each part will be written as 1/4. That is 1/4 and read as a quarter. So 1/4 is nothing but 1/4. One part out of four parts. Now, if I divide the square and circle in four parts each, but out of the four parts, I take two parts from each shape. So I take two parts of the square out of four parts. I take two parts of the circle out of four parts. What have I taken? 2 out of 4. Hence it is written as 2/4 and it is read as 2 quarters. Because I have taken how many quarters? 1 and 2. 2 quarters. It is also read as 2/4. Remember this, students. Now, going ahead, again I take the circle and square. Again I split in four parts, but this time I take three parts out of four parts from each figure. Three parts out of four parts. 3 out of 4, it is written as 3/4 and read as 3 quarters or also read as 3/4. So understood, student? 1/4 is 1 quarter, sometimes read as 1/4. 2/4 is 2 quarter, read also as 2/4. 3/4 is 3 quarter, also read as 3/4. Got it? Have you understood the concept of half and the concept of quarter? If yes, let us go ahead. Now we are going to see 1/3. I have a beautiful picture of an elephant. Observe the picture carefully, students. It is actually a puzzle made up of how many parts? The puzzle is made up of 3 parts. This puzzle, which is divided in 3 equal parts, and if one part out of the 3 is taken, how many parts have I taken? 1. Out of how many? 3. So can I say I have taken 1/3 part? This 1/3 is read as 1/3. Got it, students? One part out of 3 parts is read as 1/3. third. What is then 2/3? Simple. If a picture divided in 3 equal parts and 1, 2, 2 parts are taken out of the 3. 2 out of 3, we have taken 2 upon 3 parts, and this is read as 2/3. So 1 upon 3 is 1/3, 2 upon 3 is 2/3. Understood? Great. Let's move on to the next one. 1/6. What is 1/6? 1/6 means one entire rectangle is first divided in 6 equal parts. From these 6 parts, if we take one part as shown here, then how many parts have I taken? Repeat again. One part out of 6 parts. 1 out of 6. 1 upon 6. This is how we write it. And how do we read it? We read it as 1/6 part. What do we read it as? 1/6 part. That's right, students. Have you understood this? Very well. Brilliant. Let us now see what do we mean by 1/8. Students, by this time, you must be all aware how we write this. Let us quickly have a look at it. One entire rectangle divided in 8 equal parts. From the 8 parts, one part is taken. Then 1 out of 8, we write it as 1 upon 8. That's right. This is what is called 1/8 part. Right? Great. By now, you must have very well understood what we meant by half, 1/3, 1/4, 1/6, and now 1/8. So let us now try to write fractions by observation. So the rectangle here is divided in 8 equal parts. How many parts are colored? 3 parts are colored. So can you tell the number of uncolored parts? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 uncolored parts. So the fraction of colored parts will be 3 out of 8. That is 3 upon 8. And so 3 here is the number of colored parts and 8 here will be the total number of parts. So fraction is written by number of parts selected or colored upon total number of parts. Simple? Brilliant. Let us try some more. 3 upon 8 is a fraction. It is read as 3 upon 8 or also 3 by 8, where 3 is called as the numerator. The number written above the line is the numerator. So numerator is the number of parts selected or taken. Right, students? We had just learned the number written above is the number of parts taken, also called as numerator. What about the number below the line? That is called as denominator, which is nothing but the total number of parts into which the big one is divided. Got it? So number of parts selected written above called as numerator, total number of parts written below called as denominator. Wow! So many new things you have learned in this video, students. Right? Great. So what did you learn in this video? What do you mean by half, quarter, 1/3, 1/6, 1/8? What or how to write a given fraction? And then in a fraction, what do you mean by numerator and denominator? Thank you for watching this video.